Let's see if anybody interrupts me today. It is Tuesday night, about 8 o'clock. Artemis went to sleep early today, so I know he's gonna be waking up in the middle of the night a couple of times because he went to sleep like around 6, and he doesn't usually go to sleep that early. He usually goes to sleep like at 8, but today hasn't been like his day, I guess. I finally straightened my hair after surgery. I've been looking pretty frumpy and ratchet for the past couple of days. I am a week and 2 days, no, a week and a day. So yesterday was 1 week that I was out of surgery, and I'm starting to feel a lot better. The swelling has gone down. My stitches are not swollen or anything like that. They don't feel tender, but I do feel like sore, like after doing like sit-ups, kind of. Not painful. I don't have to take any pain meds anymore, which means I can drive now. I'm still not supposed to pick up anything over 10 pounds, which means I can't pick up my son, but I kind of broke the rule today and I picked him up. Because I haven't picked him up in a week and I missed him. But I just want to let you guys know that I'm doing good and that I have had no complications, and hopefully my clothes will fit soon so I can go back to work on Monday. I have an appointment with my doctor to check my incisions and all that on August 6th, and then on August 7th is Ronald and Artemis's doctor's appointment. So I'm gonna have a short week on my return back to work, which is fine with me. I think that I want to say that this has been a blessing in disguise because I was forced to stop. When I was in the hospital, I felt so much pressure not to be sick, because, and I admit, you know, I was like, I don't have time for this. I don't have the funds for this. I don't have enough vacation time. I don't have enough sick time to cover me to be out for 2 weeks. I had maybe 2 days covered out of this whole time I've been out of work, and I haven't been getting paid. And to which Ronald said, well, what do you think we have savings for? Which is true. I just feel so much pressure on I put that pressure on myself to be, you know, a good mother, a good wife, a good daughter. That I put pressure on myself to make sure the house is kept, that my son is taken care of, that I'm bringing in money to the household, that I'm not like, that I make sure that there's dinner. Like, I do this to myself because Ron is not the kind of man who is, I guess I want to say, strict, or is demanding that the house is spotless and that there's a homemade dinner on the table when he gets home. He's not that type of guy. He is very nonchalant, go with the flow, very laid back. And I guess I'm the kind of person who just wants to be the best at everything that I do. And so when I went to the hospital, I was feeling, besides all this like pain, I was kind of annoyed. I was like, I don't have time for this. I need to take care of my son. I need to go to work and bring home some income. I need to clean up my house because it's looking crazy. I had all these thoughts going through my head. Not once did I really think that I was going to need surgery. I thought that maybe it was gas. I thought maybe it was something else. I was making so many excuses not to go to the hospital because I didn't want to pay the $250 copay that we get charged from our insurance. I did not want to go and then have them tell me that it was just gas or whatever. I don't know, I was doing the same thing I was doing when I was in labor. I was doubting myself. I was thinking, no, they're just going to send me back home and tell me I'm not in labor. Like, I don't know how to stop. I don't know how to stop and really just appreciate the life that I have as thankful as I feel, like I really need to learn how to slow down. And this is why I'm saying this is a blessing in disguise, because I was forced out of commission. Like I had to literally stop my whole life because, you know, an appendicitis could have gone really, really bad had I been stubborn enough to not to go to the hospital, for real. Luckily, I couldn't stand the pain. So I'm just glad that it didn't get that bad where I was out for a month. Because if it would have ruptured, I would have been out for a while and I would have been very, very sick. The saddest part and the hardest part of this whole process has been not being able to pick up my son and tend to him the way that I was used to. The other scary part, I don't want to get emotional, was I don't have life insurance. Well, I have life insurance, the basic $10,000 policy. I don't have a lot in savings. It's enough to get us by for maybe a couple months if one of us were to be out of work. But I think about the long term, and I think about what if I didn't get to the hospital in time? What if something did happen to me? Like, where would my son be? And Ron and I, never really have had to have that conversation, because we'd never had a son before. Now that he's here, it brings up a bunch of questions of, like, what if something does happen to us? What are we financially ready to have him be provided for? Who would take care of him? Just those questions are so scary to me that I feel like I need to plan that part out, because I owe it to my son to make sure that if for whatever reason I was gonna be not able to take care of him, that he was gonna be in the right hands and he was gonna be taken care of financially. So it's a conversation Ronald and I are gonna have to have. I'm 31. I'm gonna be 32. And I honestly still don't feel... I don't feel like I'm in my 30s. I still sometimes wake up thinking I'm like 22 or something. Not because of wanting to go and party and stuff like that, but just sometimes life has moved forward so fast that I'm like, I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe I have all these adult decisions that I have to make, and I never really stopped to think about it until like times like this, where I'm like, I look around and I have all these responsibilities. I have a son now. I have cars, cats to take care of, like my parents to take care of, which that's another subject that I haven't even prepared for. So I just have so many things that I wish planned itself. I wish that there was a manual somewhere that told me this is the kind of policy that you need, this is how much you can afford, this is what's gonna cover for every expense in case you pass away. Like, I just wish there was like someone to magically and tell me, here, this is what you need, this is how much it's gonna cost you a month, just sign here. There's probably a person out there somewhere that's gonna cost me money, so I have to figure it out. I have to figure out a plan for the future in case I'm not around, or Ronald's not around, or we're both not around. Harsh realities. Harsh realities, but it is what it is. The other thought that I had when I was in the hospital was, I have to slow down with the crap that I do, which is put a lot of pressure on myself, which no one in the world is pressuring me but myself. I have to slow down. I have to slow down. And I'm gonna try. No, for reals, I am gonna try. I always say that, but no, I am gonna try, because being in the hospital and being here at home, I'm gonna be out for the rest of this week. I was actually thinking about going back to work. Yesterday I was gonna go back, and then I didn't feel quite ready because I still feel a little sore. I still feel a little bit kind of exhausted, I guess, and I still feel a strain when I try to do stuff. So I promised myself that I wasn't gonna force myself to go back until I was 100% okay. And I'm keeping to that. Even though I'm not getting paid for these days, it's worth me being 100% recovered in order to go back to work and stay 100% okay. So that's where I'm at right now. I just wanted to talk about these life-changing moments that happen to each of us for one reason or another. It's not something that you think about right away. Something always happens to make you think about these subjects. It's just how it is. But I hope to see you guys soon.